Greece is an incredibly beautiful place to live, with plenty to explore and enjoy from ancient historical sites to black sand beaches. The quality of life is high, and expats earning anything above the average salary will be able to live a relatively lavish life in this Mediterranean country. That said, there are also negatives to life in Greece that expats should be aware of before taking the plunge. Welcome to Travel Me, and you are watching the pros and cons of living in Greece. If you like this type of video, make sure to subscribe our channel for more such content. Let's start. Although costs do vary throughout the country, with the mainland being typically cheaper than the islands, Greece has a relatively low cost of living. It is more affordable overall than its Western European neighbors and thus transport, fuel, and basic goods are all reasonably priced. Although the cost of living in Greece is relatively low, prices are hiked up in the main tourist areas to take advantage of the seasonal visitors. Choosing a lesser-known island or city to live in will certainly yield cheaper prices for almost everything, from accommodation to food. Depending on where in the country expats decide to live, the range of choices may differ. While villas and apartment blocks are common in the cities, stone farmhouses are popular in the countryside. Freestanding and semi-detached houses and cottages are also found throughout the country. With so many options available, expats shouldn't struggle to find accommodation that will suit their budget. Expats should visit the property and consider the condition and age of the structure before committing to it. Especially when buying, unexpected renovation and restoration costs could ensue if expats unknowingly buy a run-down property. Expats will quickly discover that locals are incredibly welcoming and hospitable. Greek people are warm and friendly. They value relationships, love food, and are proud of their culture and traditions. Expats will find that any attempts to speak Greek will be greatly appreciated. Greek society is laid back, and the pace of life is slow and relaxed. Locals tend not to rush through their daily routines, and although they do work hard, this may take some time to adjust to for locals used to a fast-paced environment, especially in the workplace. Expats in Greece will love the Mediterranean climate this country offers its residents. Although the year-round sunshine is punctuated by rain on occasion, the number of wet days are few. Winters are mild and bright, and the hot summer weather is accompanied by a cool ocean breeze. A point of pride for the locals, Greece is a food lover's dream. There is a huge variety of dishes in Greece, all consisting of fresh local produce and tasty meats or seafood. It is also known for being incredibly healthy, which is thought to be the reason Greek people live so long. Crime rates are low in Greece, and most people report feeling extremely safe walking around Greece at day or night. General precautions should still be taken, but expats feel safe in general. Although expats don't necessarily need to speak Greek to get on, those intent on staying in Greece would do well to learn the language. Not only does it create more possibilities for employment, but it is also the best way to integrate into Greek society. That said, it is a tricky language to learn. There are differences between spoken and written Greek, as well as between regional idioms. Greek also employs inflections, where the meanings of words change depending on vocal tone. Greek hospitals and healthcare professionals generally offer a high standard of care. While private facilities are considered to be superior to public ones, both have well-trained doctors and nurses, many of whom speak English. Unfortunately, there is a culture of corruption and bureaucracy involved in the Greek public healthcare sector that brings down the quality of care significantly. Mismanagement and lack of funding also contribute to this. The Greek government has put a number of measures in place in recent years in an attempt to streamline the system and fight corruption. Expats without a job in hand may struggle to find employment in Greece. Although Greece's unemployment rate is declining, it is still rather high. When looking to hire an expat, companies usually also prefer to hire an EU expat, as the paperwork involved in hiring non-EU expats is immense. While speaking Greek can assist expats in looking for a job, it will not guarantee employment. Greece has a fascinating history and culture. The country is full of amazing historical sites and ancient ruins to see. Entry to these sites is generally pretty cheap. Greece has 18 World Heritage Monuments in its territory according to UNESCO, the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization. World Heritage Sites are designated by UNESCO for having cultural, historical, scientific, or other forms of significance. The sites are judged to contain cultural and natural heritage around the world considered to be of outstanding value to humanity.